What up, everyone? This is TP Your House, and I'm going to be doing a sports segment today, and I will be covering the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially what just happened last week with the Patriots versus Steelers. And if you don't know what happened, I'm going to tell you what the hell happened at the end of the game and how I feel about it. So, at the end of the game, the Steelers are down, I think, 3 points, and they are marching downfield. Juju Smith-Schuster had an amazing play where he broke off like a 70-yard run all the way down to the 10-yard line. Then the next play, Big Ben throws the ball to Jesse James, and he extends over the goal line for a touchdown. Pittsburgh fans are going crazy. I was especially going crazy because I felt the Steelers finally beat the Patriots. The Steelers have not beaten the Patriots, and it feels like in forever. And this game meant more also just beating the Patriots, because this game probably would decide who is going to have home field advantage in the playoffs, which everyone knows is key for a team. Yet, I was going crazy when it happened, and then they kept reviewing the play, and I was very confused on why they were reviewing it. And even if you hear Tony Romo and the other guy talking, they're like, what are they reviewing? No one touches him. Because he was short of the goal line, but yet no one touched him, so he can extend what he did over the goal line, and it looked like a clear touchdown. But it took them about 2 minutes to notice that when Jesse James extended over the goal line, he came down, and the ball at one moment looked like it bounced, and he didn't have possession of the ball. And you really had to slow it down to actually see this. Like, if you saw the play live from that view, you wouldn't have noticed it. Especially the announcers didn't even notice it for 2 minutes into reviewing. And once they noticed it, they said, oh, he looks like he lost possession. They might call this back as an incomplete pass. And sure enough, that's what the refs called. And when they called it incomplete, I just went berserk. I was so pissed. I was yelling at the TV because it made no sense. He clearly caught it, and he extended over the goal line, yet they called it incomplete. It doesn't make any sense. Like a running back, all they have to do is get the tip of the ball over the goal line, and it's a touchdown. But yet a receiver can do the same exact thing, and he gets called incomplete pass for it. Yes, at the end of the play, he did bobble it. Yet it shouldn't matter. He clearly caught the ball, extended over the goal line. There's a rule where if you have possession of the ball and you extend over the goal line, it's a touchdown. And when you pause it, when the ball when it lines up with the goal line, when it should be a touchdown, he has possession. Therefore, it's a touchdown. But they go to the rule, which it is probably one of the stupidest rules, where everyone will argue that it's why is the NFL have this rule? High school doesn't have it. College doesn't have it. Why does the NFL have this rule? It just ruins it. And the problem with this rule is, look at this play that happened in the game. They called it incomplete. Yet a few weeks prior, the Patriots themselves again used the same rule where it should have been incomplete because he bobbled it and he was out of the end zone, and they didn't call it. They called it a touchdown. And there's multiple plays where it's clear-cut touchdown, but at the very end they call it, he bobbles it, and they call it incomplete. Yet the problem I have with the rule is a rule should be in place every single time. That's the point of a rule. But this ruling is not used. Sometimes they call it incomplete, sometimes they call it a catch. Like the Steelers last year, the same exact play basically, they called it a catch because they said he was already down when the ball came out. Yet this time, the same exact thing happened, and it's different. That's the problem with the rule, and honestly, the NFL definitely needs, at the end of this year, take a look at this rule and either change it or just get rid of it, because honestly, the NFL would be better off with this rule, because this play just questions what is a catch, because if you watch it, everyone will agree that he caught it. Unless even Patriots fans, like I saw on Twitter, were agreeing that that was a catch. And that's literally how it was. And the reason why this was so important is this game meant so much to Steelers fans and to what the playoffs, because we all know the playoffs is a key for having home field advantage, because if you have the home field behind you, the crowd gets you going and pumped. It's a motivation and it gets you the team going, and that's what the Steelers definitely, and the Steelers are definitely they play really well at home. And seeing how that game ended, especially 2 plays later when Big Ben didn't spike it and he tried to force a tight throw and ended up being an interception. The damn Patriots again luck out with the rules and win a game and beat the Steelers, and probably will have home field advantage in the playoffs. And the Steelers will probably have to go to Gillette Stadium, and I'm a little worried, but not that worried, because anyone who watched this game would know Tom Brady and the Patriots are beatable. If you did not, these last 2 weeks watching the Patriots just prove how beatable this team is. I think defenses are starting to find out what's the Patriots' weakness this year, and that's just playing man-to-man. Yes, you're going to have Gronk going and making these spectacular plays, but if you shut him down, like Miami, because they didn't have to worry about Gronk, that offense is crap. And besides Gronk making nice plays Sunday against the Steelers, Tom Brady was not comfortable back there. I honestly seemed like he only was throwing to Gronk and Cooks, and they had Cook on lockdown most of the game. And the defense, where everyone was questioning going into this game, especially against Tom Brady, saying, oh, Tom Brady's just going to kill them again, just like he always does. Yet this week, that wasn't the case. And what a big factor for this game was Antonio Brown going down and the beginning of the second quarter. Another luck out for the Patriots, who I've seen every time they play the Steelers, they do not play a full, healthy Steelers team. 2 years ago, Le'Veon Bell didn't play. Then last year, Ben Roethlisberger was out in the game, the regular season. Then they play him in the postseason, and Le'Veon Bell gets hurt in the second quarter. So going into this game, everyone's healthy, felt confident that this was going to be the week we were going to take down the Patriots. Especially we won 8 in a row before this. It was going to be, and it was home, it was going to be a big game. And Antonio Brown, the best receiver in the game, he should be MVP this year. No one should argue it. And he goes down in the second quarter with a calf injury, and it ends up being he has a minor torn calf, and he's going to be out the rest of the regular season. Not the whole season, the regular season, which I was a big gasp of relief when I found this out, because the Steelers are not going to win the Super Bowl unless they have Antonio Brown. They got a lot of good receivers, and that's what. Going back to the Patriots game, that's what made this game, I feel like, a wake-up call for if they have to play the Patriots again, is Big Ben used his other receivers when Antonio Brown went out. And honestly, the receivers for the Steelers definitely stepped up, and it's a good thing for the Steelers, because these next 2 weeks, the Steelers, Big Ben he's gonna get a better connection with these other receivers, because he can't rely on Antonio Brown, which will help him, because these next few games, I'm sorry, but they should be easily win games. You're playing the Texans and the Browns. Browns haven't even won a game yet, so they should win these next 2 games, finish the regular season on a high note, and then get ready for the playoffs. I don't think we're going to get home field advantage. We'll probably be playing Jacksonville at home. That will be a tough game. Jacksonville is a hot team right now, and They have really good defense, and they earlier this year beat the Steelers at home. So this should be a good game, but I feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars are young, and it's just not their time. And I feel like the Steelers, being at home, will win this game. And I feel like the Steelers are going to go to the Gillette Stadium, and they now know how to beat the Patriots. They, to me, beat the Patriots. So they know how and what to do to beat the Patriots. And I feel like it will be a hostile environment, but they're going to go there and beat the Patriots. Very close game. It's going to be intense. And get out of there, and we'll be in the Super Bowl. And right now, I think they will probably be playing. I don't know. It's the AFC is pretty set, but the NFC is all up in the air. Could be the Eagles. I either think it's the Eagles or it's going to be the Rams. Rams are really good, but I don't really care who the Steelers play because I think they're going to beat them. But Steelers fans out there, we just need to let go of that last week. It sucked. The NFL needs to review the rules, get their shit together because it's a terrible rule. But the Steelers fans, don't worry. We'll be good. We're going to win these next 2 games. Big Ben's going to get better connection with his receivers. We're going to go into the playoffs with Antonio Brown back, and everything will be good, Steelers fans. Trust me, it's not the end. We're going to come back and prove to Tom Brady that he lucked out last time. We're going to beat him and go win that 7th Super Bowl for us. So that's all I have to say. Peace, and have a Merry Christmas. TP Your House out.